Hi everyone, welcome to Honey Drops Tarot. This is a bonus reading for the sign of Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. Virgo, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for all of your likes, shares, and subscribes. I truly appreciate it. Just a quick note, please do not fall for any scammers. I will never reach out to solicit for a private reading. I do offer private readings, and if you're interested in signing up for one of those or in making a donation, the information regarding that can be found in the About section of my YouTube page. And I thank you so much in advance. Virgo, I hope that you are doing well. I am kind of recording very, very late in the day, and it is rush hour where I live. So you may hear some cars honking their horns. And while normally for me, sometimes that indicates spirit, I will know when the car honking is spirit and when it's just an angry driver. So just wanted to put that out there. I'm going to be using 2 decks for this reading today, which is all about messages from your passed away loved ones. So I'm going to be taking 1 card from the Wisdom of the Oracle deck by Colette Baron Reed. I'm going to be reading from the book at the end and just using the Rider-Waite Tarot for your messages. There's no set spread. There's no past, present, future. It's just general messages from your passed away loved ones. And so I'm going to pull 3 cards to start, but we'll see where we get to. So this is for Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus, messages from their passed away loved ones. Thank you. So this card has come out quite a bit. And yeah, it's number 13, which is the Death card. It's a Scorpio energy, fork in the road. So they could see you at some time of, the word that just wanted to come to my mind was transition. So you are transitioning perhaps between relationships, between cities, between jobs, between dimensions. If you are so inclined to think of yourself as quantum jumping into a new realm of experience, spirit and your passed away loved ones can see that. But there's kind of a hesitation. Thank you, Spirit. There's kind of a hesitation because it's almost like you're staring down your choices, 1 foot in and 1 foot out. It's like you're going to make a wrong decision, or you're going to regret something. You're going to regret it if you leave something behind, or if you don't go in a new direction, you're going to regret it. So it's causing you to kind of hesitate, contemplate. I see here there's a little owl that is sitting on the back of this reindeer, and it's kind of like riding the wave of wisdom. Part of the wisdom in this scenario just started to rain. There was sun 5 minutes ago, and now it started to rain. I immediately, so it's going to get a little dark in here. Let me turn on the light. Immediately, I just saw tears. I saw tears. So you could be going through a grief process, as the number 13 does describe the Death card. Doesn't have to. So I don't usually drop the cards. That one felt like it was being knocked out of my hand. You could be going through a grief process of sorts. If it's not an actual person, it could be the loss of innocence. And I assume that I'm speaking to adults here, since my videos are not shown to kids under the age of 18. But I feel as though there's some situation where you felt like you lost some piece of innocent thinking, which often happens when we head to a place of harsh realities regarding a situation. It is what leads to wisdom. It doesn't always have to be harsh, but the harshest realities yield the biggest impact in many ways. The most memorable ones. It is very, very dark right now. Sorry. It was bright sunshine before. Bright sunshine. Okay. So, let's get 3 cards for Virgo, please. 3 cards for Virgo. From their passed away loved ones. 4 cards came out. Let's talk about them. They show me at this time that you don't want to be in this place of sitting idly by. You don't want to be resting on your laurels, is what they just said. Which strikes me as strange because Virgos are very hard workers, and this is not to suggest that other signs are not hard workers. However, Virgos are notoriously hard workers. And this is a card of rest, recuperation, which may be what is needed right now, especially if those tears I saw were wrapped up in this heartache and heartbreak with the 3 of Swords. This is the 4 of Swords card. This time of contemplation after we've gone through the tough lesson, perhaps of a blow to the ego, a blow to the heart space, contemplating it. But the card, you got this card in reverse, and it suggests to me that you're trying to wake up out of it. You're trying to move on quickly. Let's just get over it. That's what they just said. Let's just get over it. They're also showing me, though, it's difficult. 6 of Cups. Difficult for you because the memories, it's like you're good for a day or two, and then the memories come rushing back in. The good memories. Thank you, Spirit. The ones that where you remember something being given to you or you offering. There's just this love energy here. The Cups cards are all about emotion. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. This is air energy with the Swords. Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. So you want to just get up, get out, get over it. And then this hits you like a ton of bricks. So let's just say it's a scenario of a relationship. Maybe you know that the person that you're currently with is no longer good for you. Or it doesn't mean they're a horrible person. Let's just say they're a good person. But the love is lost on both your parts. It's like you're just roommates, or you're just sailing through and there's no passion, there's no spark, there's no desire to spend time together. You know, nobody's doing anything nefarious, but there's just nothing there anymore. And yet you have beautiful memories with this person. You've become accustomed to this person. They are, in many senses, your closest confidant because they're always there. And it's nice to come home to somebody. And then you think, well, maybe I should just stay, because there are nice experiences, right? That could be part of the fork in the road, and that's just an example. The Temperance card in the reverse, Temperance is major arcana, number 14, representing Sagittarius energy. So Sagittarius, it's an interesting sign. I'm a Sagittarius rising, and this, I never really understood Sagittarians until I really looked at my chart and realized I was Sagittarius rising. because Sagittarians, and no offense to any Sagittarians out there, and I'm a rising, so this would be whatever, but like, kind of wacky. Like, Sagittarians they just march to the beat of their own drum. They just do what they want to do. They're really interested in the arts and in history and in the deeper thinking, but they don't necessarily, you know, wait around. You know, they're the archers, so they're this bold presence that shoots their arrow, and it's just this grand gesture of like, I'm gonna throw my dart at the dartboard and see what sticks, or I'm gonna throw my dart at the map and I'm gonna go to that country where that dart lands. That's a Sagittarian energy. Knowing that whatever they discover, uncover in that location will be a rewarding experience, because Sagittarius approaches things with the assumption that it will be a rewarding experience, or that they're going to learn something from it. So when we look at the Temperance card, which talks about patience, tempering, changing something from one state of being to another state of being, it's this idea that we're looking at our situation and we're turning it into something else. We're turning it around. We're making the best use of our time. We're finding opportunities where another person may not see any opportunities. So the Sagittarian energy can kind of scoop up under all of that and find the guts and find the jewels, the gems, the heart of the situation. You got this card in reverse, which kind of tells me that there's a lack of patience, that there is a lack of desire to try and transmute whatever this fork in the road energy is into something. It's almost like I'm not interested in learning any lesson. I just need to have an answer as to which direction I should move into. You know, and I wish I didn't have to remember the good times, because it would make it easier. Queen of Swords. This is Libra energy, and it talks about somebody who is demanding the truth of the matter. So I like to think of for me, the Queen of Swords represents somebody who is asking you for the truth, knowing full well what the truth already is. So I like to sometimes use this example. So in my day job, my full-time job, I manage teams, and every once in a while I'll say, oh, so who forgot to blah blah blah, like who forgot to do the spreadsheet for the such and such, or who didn't clean up after the last time they did whatever, like a task. I'll say, who forgot to do that task? And then people will be like, what? Was it supposed to be me? Was it supposed to be me? I think it was them. I think, it's like this. And I already know what the answer is. I already know what the answer is. I just want to hear you say it. Because it's very telling. It's very telling when somebody says, it wasn't me, it wasn't my fault, I think it was them. Versus, I'm sorry, like, I take responsibility for that, like I was supposed to do it and I forgot. It is really downpouring like nobody's business. And I just came back from a trip, and I am so thankful to Spirit right now that I am not caught out in it with all my baggage, right? Oh, very interesting. What a turn of phrase. I'm so thankful to Spirit that I'm not caught out in it with all my baggage. something about baggage. The truth of something. We're traveling here, trying to travel light, trying to release baggage. Is this baggage? Your passed away loved ones want you to really look at it. Do you consider these happy memories, or do you consider this baggage? And if you consider happy memories baggage, you have to ask yourself why. Because, no offense, Virgo, that sounds a little one, harsh towards oneself, towards yourself, but also like it's self-sabotage. I'm trying to think of how it's self-sabotage. It came out of my mouth and now I just want to clarify. It's like you regretting having loved someone. They don't want you to regret that, because your love is sacred. Your love is special. And whoever you showed your love to, they were blessed to have it. Now, if they couldn't reciprocate that love, it's too bad. If they couldn't recognize what you were offering, well, that's too bad. You don't have to stick around. But there's this sense that you're maybe regretting that, the offering of it. That could be part of the baggage. I don't know, take it as it resonates. Let's pull some more cards. And then your passed away loved ones, messages from your, gosh. I'm going to show you, this card kind of bent. What a beautiful synchronicity, 1313. You may see 1313 on a license plate, on a receipt. It's your table number, it's your check number. Major Arcana, representing Scorpio energy, talks about the phoenix rising from the ashes, a death process, a transition. Your spirit guides are here. They've just muted my ear. They want you to really focus on this card. And oh, they just had me focus on this leaf that was dying. It's had its time. So it's like a pruning process. It's a pruning process. Sorry, let me just... I love this plant. I've had this plant for a very long time. They wanted to highlight the sun coming up over the horizon for you here. That just because you may be going through a cycle that is ending does not mean that there isn't prosperity just around the corner, just over the horizon, under the horizon. You know what I mean? So a cycle is ending. Life keeps moving on, right? And so the whole spawning of this series of bonus readings is because I recently just lost an old friend. And I might tell that story. If you've been watching my channel at all, I started this series called Honey Drop Stories. The very first story I told was about finding an ace of diamonds, the ace of diamonds card in a very unusual place. And there was a person that was present with me at that time that I found, that card presented itself to me, and that person has since passed away. And it was really, it's been hard on my heart. But the crazy thing about death is that just the earth keeps spinning and life keeps pushing on, and we still have people here that need us, that want us, that make demands of us, whatever capacity. And that's kind of the message that your past away loved ones are saying. It's just not the I just want to get out, get over it, get on with it, but more about the recognition that there is a grief process of something that has passed. It could be a mindset, and yet we still breathe in, we still breathe out, we still walk forward, we still get up in the morning. A process that still goes on day by day by day. It's very important to highlight that for you. I'm going to get 2 more cards before I close out this reading. Messages from your passed away look. I always say the spirit does not make mistakes when I read tarot. I may make mistakes, but spirit does not. And I just talked about spirit wanting to highlight the sun coming up over the horizon, and boom, there it is. Look at all the cards that I was shuffling. They're all here. Okay? Please take this as a confirmation that whatever passed away loved one you're thinking about, they are right here with you. They're here with you right now in this moment of when you're watching this video. They're with you. They love you. They're trying to highlight to you. Freaking the song from Annie is in my head right now. The sun will come up tomorrow. Bet your bottom dollar that tomorrow there'll be sun. Oh God, please don't make me sing the whole thing. I don't even know the rest of the words. There's a line in it that talks about sorrow as well. I'm not gonna go on with everyone, if you don't know the show tune from Annie, talking about the sun will come up tomorrow, you can listen to that at your own risk because it gets stuck in your head. So anyway, that maybe your name is Annie, and just take it as it resonates. Maybe your person's name is Annie or Anne. Maybe this is the passed away loved one is your father, because now they're showing me Daddy Warbucks. Maybe it's your father. The sun is a major, so these 2 are major arcana cards, right? This one is number 19, and it is arguably, we try not to look at positive, negative in the tarot, but if you had to choose one, the sun is the very best card in the entire tarot deck, because it talks about warmth, life-giving energy, prosperity, clarity, illumination. It's the whole shebang. Abundance. It's like, let's wave our orange flag of being triumphant, and like all of this, and I'm covering this up because it's like a naked figure, but it's just like we're laid bare. We're so happy that we've just taken everything off and we're just completely ourselves. Right, so it's kind of like, this is what is on, it's like the precipice for you, right? Because I said it's just over under the horizon, like it's almost here. And when it comes, it will be such a huge impact. This could just be a revelation. And so, what's your one word of advice from passed away loved ones? Word of advice. And then I'll read from the book. Word of advice. 3 of Pentacles in reverse. Interesting. Usually this is a card of co-creation, collaboration, sometimes with spirit. And you got this card in reverse. It's kind of like saying, that not everyone has to be privy to your plans or your thoughts or feelings about something. Not everyone has to know. And not everyone has to give you their opinion about it. It's kind of like, this is more or less kind of independent action and independent thinking. So spirits, your passed away loved ones, they're kind of just telling you, you're going to figure this out. But do some kind of inner contemplation about it. So number 13, can't tell you how many times I've read this card. Fork in the road. Time to make a decision, considering the consequences as you prepare to act, owning up to your obligation to make a necessary choice. Every choice has a consequence. You've arrived at a fork in the road and are being asked to come to a decision. Will you further your dreams by choosing left or by choosing right? Will you take the road less traveled or the one well worn by others who have come before you? This is your choice and yours alone to make. Circumstances and other people will not make it for you. Right? This is their advice. Be present and do not avoid this junction, for it is an important crossroads. Take heart, as no matter which path you choose, you will have a rich and meaningful experience. So that's your reading, Virgo. I hope that it resonated. If it did, please like, share, subscribe, comment down below. Please hit the bell notification to be updated as to when I post new readings. Thank you, Virgo.